Kevin Morgan is the editor-in-chief for the Indiana Citizen, a news organization and nonprofit platform that is dedicated to civic health in Indiana.
Good morning.
Our biggest goal is to be of value and to contribute to the coverage of news and of particularly public policy news in Indiana. It's someone who qualifies as a private citizen.
Everybody decided to call me at once, so I'm trying to sort that out.
Good. I love that problem.
Bill Moreau is the founder and publisher of the Indiana Citizen. After retiring as a lawyer, he wanted to bring a passion project to life, a way to give back to his state.
Indiana has been in the middle of a long-term, slow-motion civic health crisis in which the major metrics of a state's civic health, all those metrics were headed in the wrong direction.
So it's a news site with a public forum, if you will, with public service information on the site. And it's kind of a one-stop shop for news and information on Indiana government policy.
Indiana Citizen is serving the local communities on issues stemming from voter turnout to candidates for local government. Next mission, to inform citizens about redistricting.
We've chosen to focus on this issue of redistricting and making people more aware of it. Long term, we want to be a place of just a massive collection of information that no one has really had a platform that's so accessible to citizens.
I think that one of the things that we don't talk enough about is just media literacy and civic literacy in our communities.
Study after study after study shows that the principal reason, stated reason why people don't vote is because they don't think their vote matters.
One of the first areas to really experience a cutback in coverage was at the State House. I mean, you used to have any paper of any size had some stringer, some correspondent who covered the State House because in fact the state government has much more sway over your life and mine than Congress ultimately does. So as the cutbacks have gone, not only have we lost any kind of connection of what happens when something comes up before the state legislature, you've also lost the ability to even understand why it's important.
Kevin and Bill formed a partnership with Franklin College, a local university that has a student-run news website dedicated to reporting on the stories of the State House. The Indiana Citizen incorporates these stories from the statehousefiles.com.
We've been able to strike up a partnership with Franklin College, whose space we are using here right now, that has allowed us to actually have almost daily news coverage, especially during the legislative session. And it's given us an opportunity to work with younger student journalists.
The partnership, to me, is a really good pairing of the new and the old, right? Because we have Indiana Citizen, which is being led by Kevin Morgan, and our former State House File editor, Janet Williams, is also contributing now. And these are people who have decades worth of experience in state government.
Carolina Puga Mendoza is a student reporter. She's currently working on a bill attempted to limit the power of local health officials regarding COVID restrictions. Governor Eric Holcomb vetoed it.
The authors of the bill, but still in Florida for vacation. And then I got into voicemail for the one who, what was his name? As long as I get someone who's not from a public statement, should be fine.
Colleen Steffen is the editor who mentors the students. These young reporters are the main contributors of covering the State House.
No, you shouldn't. Alexa, you're a really good writer, and you've got all the reporting here. So all you need to do is tell the story, and you already know what the story is. I'm really excited to work with Indiana Citizen. I think their work is so cool. I think they fill a lot of holes that even the outlets that are covering state politics in depth are not covering. Like, so for example, I think last election cycle they did profiles of every single person up for office. As my mom said, they're doing the Lord's work.
The Indiana Citizen is part of the new wave of local journalism beginning to rise.
I think we've seen evidence of that in many states where the nonprofit model is now the way to go.
I would like to see us, the Indiana Citizen, play a part in bringing Indiana's focus back and helping get information out there, bringing people closer to the government where they feel like they have power again.
In a sense, I wish there was no need for the Indiana Citizen.
After tackling redistricting, the Indiana Citizen will continue to engage the audience and make changes happen in Indiana.
It's up to our readers to determine whether our journalism, our brand of journalism, has any bias. But we do have an agenda. I have to plead guilty to us having an agenda. And the agenda is democracy.